Hi everyone. Today we are going to be talking about nature in our homeschool. Hi everyone, welcome to our homeschool table. My name is Jerilyn. I'm a mom of 3 kids, ages 10, 3, and 1, and today we are going to be talking about nature study in our homeschool. I'm doing a short series on minor subjects in our homeschool and kind of how we do those things. So far, I have done a video on health and how we do health in our homeschool. And today we're going to be diving into nature. So click that subscribe button and hit the like button as well if this is content that you enjoy. And let me know if you have used these resources in your homeschool. So, I have the Christian Liberty Nature Reader set, and I think actually I still need one more book, but I have the book K for kindergarten, and then I have book 1, which has a beautiful cover. These are kind of the more updated versions that you can purchase now. I'm not sure if the K level has an updated version yet, but the rest of them do. So we have book 2 and book 3 and then book 4. Now we started using these in our homeschool just this last year when my daughter was in 4th grade, and we started with book 3. And the reason that we did that was because it had topics that she was interested in learning about. And so instead of starting on the book that technically matched her grade level, I just started with this one because it had some of the sea creatures that she was interested in learning about. So today I'm going to just give you a look inside of each of the levels so that you can see how they progress from kindergarten all the way up. And I only have through book 4. I believe there are either 5 or 6 books, but I will check on that and put a little note down here in the video. So don't forget to grab your glass of water and we will go ahead and get started. I do want to mention that I got a new mug here and I really love it. It's probably a little bit glary for the video, but a friend of mine had this mug at church and I asked her where she got it and she gave me the information of the lady that makes them. It's just really cool because it has you are beautiful, victorious, enough, created, strong, amazing, capable, chosen, never alone, and always loved. And there's a verse reference that goes along with each of those. And I just thought it was really pretty. And so I picked one up just yesterday, and it keeps water really cold, which I like. And it's 22 ounces. So it's just perfect to have on hand. And if you close the lid, it doesn't spill. So that's nice. Here's the information if you want to get one for yourself. And I will leave the link to her website down in the description box. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around and we will see what it's all about. Okay, so these are all the books that I have. I have the level K and then books 1 through 4. And these are produced by Christian Liberty Press, and they are out of Illinois. And from what I know, these nature readers have been around for a long time, but there are a few updates here and there, and I think mostly the only thing that changes is the cover art. And so these are the newer editions for book 1 through 4. I will check and see if they have an updated version of the kindergarten book. I got this used at a curriculum sale along with books 1 and 2 just recently. So I just got whatever was there at the sale. But let's go ahead and look inside. These books are very inexpensive. I believe, well, I got this one for $1, but when I bought level 3 and 4 brand new, I think they were only maybe $7 or $8. So they're very inexpensive. So the way that we do nature in our homeschool is that we just read one section a couple times a week, maybe 2 or 3 times. So the book K is a little bit different, and I haven't used this one yet. When we started in book 3 because those were animals that my daughter was interested. In the Level K book, it's alphabetical from A to Z, so there's an animal listed for each of the letters, starting with A is for alligator. And one thing that you'll notice about the nature readers is that in each of the lessons, there are some bolded words that maybe you would use for vocabulary practice, or you would look up the definition to those, things like that. But definitely words that you would want to talk more about with your child. Each of the sections in this particular book are just a one-page spread. They do get longer in the other books. So they always have a picture. Some of them have diagrams. So these are just a few of the beginning pages. Lots of good vocabulary in here. So this is just a little peek inside the Level K book. Now let's go ahead and flip over to book 1. And they are called nature readers, but you could read these aloud to your whole family at once, or you could assign the readings to your child. It just kind of depends on how you want to do it. But this book has a few different sections. So Unit 1 is on wasps. Unit 2 is on other insects. Unit 3 is on more insects. Unit 4, remarkable insects. Unit 5, moths. Unit 6, arachnida. Unit 7, prairie and forest life. Unit 8, learning about birds. Unit 9, our great creator. And then at the end, it has a glossary, words you should know, of all of the bolded words that are in the in each lesson. So this is the preface and the part to the parent that you'd want to read at the beginning. And just like the book K, the text is a little bit larger. So these are, you could use them, you know, by grade level, but I would maybe do a level up, so, or excuse me, a level down. So in kindergarten, I wouldn't have the child read any of it. But in first grade, they could maybe read part of it with you. And then in second grade, they would definitely be able to read book 1, I would think. Maybe that's just my daughter because she likes to read. But at the end of each section, there are some questions. Now, if you buy them brand new, you do have an option to get the answer key. I have the answer key for book 4 and book 3. But these used ones that I picked up, K and 1 and 2, I do not have answer keys for. At this level, you don't really need an answer key. You can just go back and read if you weren't the one reading it. But this just has short little sections, a couple pages, and some review questions. The way that we do this in our homeschool is I have my daughter read the section and then she just narrates to me what it's about. I don't typically go through the actual questions with her unless she has some sort of a hard time of being able to narrate back to me what it's about. So this is book 1. Now we can go ahead and move on to book 2 so you can see what that one looks like. They have a really soft cover, which is really nice. So in book 2, the sections are all about crabs, all about wasps, all about bees, all about spiders, all about shellfish, all about worms. And the text is still fairly large. So this is about crabs. Again, review questions. It looks fairly similar to book 1. The lessons are still very short, maybe 2 pages, 3 at the most. So there's still quite a bit of text and lots of vocabulary. I always like the pictures and sometimes diagrams. So this is book 2. Now we'll look at book 3. This is the one that we are just finishing. Now we didn't actually go through this in order of unit 1, 2, 3 like that. We did the ones that she wanted to do first, and then we came back to the rest. So in book 3, we have all about ants, all about flies, all about beetles, all about barnacles, all about jellyfish, all about sea stars, and all about dragonflies. And we started here in the ocean section because that's what she's most interested in. And she's almost done. We just have a little bookmark here. But to give you an idea, it does get a little bit smaller print, and the lessons get a little bit longer. So it might be 4 pages instead of just 2 or 3. I like this ant life cycle. So a little bit longer lessons, maybe a few more review questions down here, but still has good pictures throughout. And just like I said, we read this maybe 2 or 3 times a week. We started the year with me reading it to her, and then we segued farther into the year to her reading them herself and narrating back to me. If we had started this in 3rd grade, I probably would have done the same thing, where I started out at the beginning of the year reading it to her and then moved to her reading them herself. So that's just a peek inside of book 3. And then the last one that I have is book 4. And this one has perching birds, birds of prey, studying birds, insects, moths, turtles, and snakes. And these look very similar to book 3, about the same size text. And same length of chapters, so maybe 3 to 4 pages of reading. This one had 5 plus a little bit and review questions. It's a pretty cardinal. And then there's some shorter ones, so they are kind of varying in length. My daughter really enjoys these books, and she's learned quite a bit of detailed information about different creatures. So that is book 4. So I hope that was helpful to see inside of the Christian Liberty Nature Readers. Just like I was talking about before, the way that we do this in our homeschool, at the beginning of the year, I treated this more as a read aloud. And then a little bit later in the year, we transitioned to having my daughter read these on her own and then narrate back to me what that section was about. Even though there are review questions at the end of each section, I often skipped those and just had her narrate instead, because that is just kind of how we do things in the Charlotte Mason style way, I guess you would call it. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or things that you want to know further about these nature readers, please let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have been coming for a while. Thank you for being back. And if you are new, I hope you will stick around. Hit the like button if you enjoy videos like this. I do plan to do a few more in this series of kind of how we do some of the minor subjects in our homeschool. So if there are any that you are particularly interested in, let me know down in the comment box below. My thoughts were that we would do, that I would still do one on hymn study, music study, art study, what else? Poetry, and then whatever else that you ask about. So let me know if you have anything specific that you want to talk about. I hope you guys are all having a great day, and we'll see you next time.